You wake on the Riverboat library that drifts downstream. The town you fell asleep in is already gone. Beyond the round window, an unfamiliar shoreline slides past in the dark. Reeds bending in the wake, a single lamp burning on a far dock, then nothing but black water again. The shelves around your narrow cot hold 1,000 borrowed stories, their spines soft with handling. The boat rocks so gently, you could almost believe you dreamed the whole arrival. The plank, the lanterns, the quiet crowd choosing books. Tonight, there is nowhere you need to be. Nothing you need to carry. Nothing you need to finish. You can let this whole long day set itself down on the deck like a wet coat and leave it there. The river is doing the moving now. All you have to do is rest here and let it take you somewhere kinder than where you began. Here is how it always happened in the river towns of 100 years ago. Most were too small for a library of their own, just a cluster of houses, a mill, a church, and the wide brown water running past. So the library came to them. A flat-bottomed boat, its hull low and heavy with crates of books, would appear at night without warning and tie up at the nearest post for only a few hours. The crew lit lanterns along the rails. Word passed from door to door, quiet as a tide coming in under the reeds. And by the time the eastern sky turned the color of weak tea, the boat had already slipped its ropes and gone, further down the water, carrying its shelves to the next sleeping town. Settle in under the blanket. Let this story come to you the same gentle way the boat came to them, softly in the dark, asking nothing. So let your shoulders come down from around your ears. Feel the cot beneath you, the wool blanket heavy and warm over your legs, the slow tilt of the deck as the boat leans into the current and rights itself again. You don't have to move. The river does all the moving now. You only have to lie here and watch the banks unspool past the little round window. Outside, willows lean low over the black water, their leaves trailing the surface. Somewhere in the reeds, a frog begins its low note, stops, thinks about it, begins again. The oil lamp by your pillow burns low and steady, throwing soft gold across the spines of books you will never need to open. And your breathing begins to slow, all on its own here, in, and then a longer, softer way out. The boat knows the way downstream. You don't have to know it. You can simply be carried. There was a keeper of this floating library, though few of the townspeople ever saw his face clearly. He moved by lamplight along the narrow aisles, a small lantern hooked on one finger, its flames swaying in time with the boat. Each evening, he checked the ropes at the bow, coiled them neat into a spiral on the deck, and set a battered iron kettle on the little stove near the stern. Steam rose and fogged the low windows until the whole cabin glowed soft and blurred. He knew every shelf by touch in the dark, the tall atlases stored near the wheel, the cloth-bound novels amidships, the thin books of poetry tucked away where the roof came down low, and you had to stoop. He worked without any hurry at all. The river had taught him, over long years, that hurry changed nothing about how fast the water chose to move. So he stopped hurrying and grew calm. When a town came slowly into view around a bend, the keeper did not ring a bell or call out. He simply lit the deck lanterns one by one until the whole boat glowed like a low, warm cloud resting on the water. That soft light was the only invitation the town ever got. People saw it from their windows and came down through the wet grass in coats pulled over their nightclothes, children half asleep on their father's shoulders, an old man with a lamp of his own. They climbed the plank without a word, because words felt too loud for a thing this quiet and this strange. Inside, the lamplight was the color of honey pooling on the wooden floor. The whole low room smelled of old paper and pipe smoke and river damp, and of the tallow burning in the lamps. It felt, everyone agreed later, exactly like walking into the middle of a good dream. They chose their books slowly, the way you choose things that matter. A farmer ran a rough thumb along the spines until one of them simply felt right in his hand. A grandmother returned the novel she had borrowed a month before, the last time the boat passed through, and took another down without needing to explain herself to anyone. A boy pressed his nose to a book of sea drawings and would not put it back. The keeper wrote nothing you could read into any ledger. He only nodded and let the stories go out into the dark houses of the town. He trusted the river to bring most of them back to him, one visit from now, or 10. Some books he knew would never return at all. They would stay in a farmhouse, read to sleeping children until the pages loosen. He had made his quiet peace with that loss a long, long time ago. And here's the part the towns never quite understood about the boat. The keeper did not choose where to stop by any map or printed schedule. He let the current itself decide. Wherever the water slowed and pooled against a dark shoreline, wherever a single dock lamp happened to be burning, that was where he tied up for the night. He had learned over many patient years on the river to want what the river already wanted, to arrive wherever he arrived, and to leave again when it was simply time to leave. The old Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius once wrote that time is a river of passing events, a violent stream, and no sooner is a thing seen than it is carried away. The keeper had never read those words. He had only lived them. He had, somewhere along the way, quietly stopped fighting the current and found the whole river gentler for it. So each night he did the same small handful of things and did them well. He trimmed the lamp wicks low so they would not smoke and stain the pages. He wiped the round windows clear of their fog with a folded square of gray wool. He turned face out the books that had waited too long unread and unchosen, giving each of them a fair chance at the next town's lantern light. Then he sat down by the warm stove with his tin cup of tea and simply let the boat carry him onward. He never lay awake wondering where he would find himself at dawn. Dawn would arrive wherever the water chose to leave him, and in all his years that had always been enough. The kettle ticked softly as it cooled on the iron. The river went on whispering along the hull, the same low word over and over, all night. And you can feel that same easy peace settling into you now, here on the cot. Whatever waited for you back in the town you left behind this evening, the unfinished chore, the message you meant to send, the words you never quite found, all of it is upstream now, out of reach behind the last bend. And that turns out to be a kind of mercy. There is nothing here you have to answer, nothing to fix, nothing to decide, only shelves and honey-colored lamplight and the long, slow bend of the dark river opening up ahead of the bow. The blanket is warm across your chest. The whole boat rocks and settles and rocks again. And somewhere just below your cot, water folds quietly over water in the dark, patient and endless, asking absolutely nothing of you at all. You are allowed tonight to simply be carried like a book on a shelf. Further down the river now, the towns grow fewer and dimmer between the trees. The banks widen out on either side until you can barely see them. Fog gathers low over the water in soft gray sheets, and the boat slips into it without slowing at all, its bow parting the mist and letting it close again behind. One by one, the keeper lowers the deck lanterns until only the single small lamp beside your cot is left burning. Its flame leans, steadies itself, leans again with the roll of the deck. The shelves around you fade slowly into soft shadow. You can no longer read the spines, and there is no need to. The stories are all still here in the dark, holding the room around you like ballast in the hull, keeping the whole boat steady and low and calm in the quiet moving water. Nothing is lost. It has only gone gentle and dim. The last sounds of the boat grow very simple now, a rope creaking softly against its post, the stove clicking, once, twice, as its final ember cools from orange down to gray ash. A single drop of river water falling from somewhere up in the rigging, slow, unhurried, taking all the time in the world to reach the deck. The keeper draws a wool blanket up over his own knees at last, his lantern set down and dimmed, his work for the whole long night finally complete. He has done the small things carefully and let the large things drift away downstream where they belong. That was always the whole quiet art of his life on the water. Nothing more was ever really asked of him than this, and nothing more tonight is being asked of you. You have done your own small things today. You are allowed now to set the day down. The fog closes softer and closer around the low hull. The town you fell asleep in lies far behind you now, sleeping under its own quiet field of stars, its borrowed books left open on kitchen tables, its windows going dark one warm square at a time. And you are here instead, out on the wide water, held between one shore and the next, carried by nothing at all but the slow, honest pull of the current beneath the boards. So let it carry you. There is no wrong place at all for a river to leave you. Wherever this water finally sets you down, it will be a soft gray morning, and there will be lamplight, and it will be more than enough. You need not steer, you need not watch. The whole burden of arriving somewhere has been lifted from you tonight and handed over to the patient, unhurried river. Now let the edges of everything go soft. The round window, the crowded shelves, the low gold lamp beside you. Let them all blur and drift like a drop of dark ink, loosening and spreading through still water. The boat and the river and your own slow breathing are all one single motion now, all of it moving the same gentle way, downstream in the dark. Let the water take the weight of the whole day out of your hands. You don't have to follow the story any further than this. You don't have to stay awake for the ending. The river already knows the ending, and it is a soft one, and it is close. Let the last lamp burn itself down. Let the current carry both of us on together, past the reeds, past the sleeping towns, into the quiet. There is nothing left to hold. There is nowhere left you need to be. The last lamp lowers and finally goes out. The boat drifts on through the dark, quiet as a story you can only half remember in the morning. And when you wake, the river library will be gone downstream, the way it always goes, slipped away before dawn, leaving you nothing but the warm feeling of a gentle visit in the night. You will not even have heard it leave. The current holds you. The harbor is still. The shelves have carried you as far as they need to. Sleep now. Good night.